Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to Gashi's Current TV, the Tourist Man Black Africa. I want you to look at Mwegi Mutuse, the mover of the impeachment motion in the National Assembly, now before the Senate. And you tell me the following. If he was a candidate, a member of parliament candidate in your location or in your constituency, would you vote for him? Number two, what would you say about the motion before the House? And number three, if you are the president, because you see here, amechanganyikiwa kabisa, and you are waiting for your deputy to go, what would you do? And finally, if you are a senator voting for the impeachment, would you vote for the impeachment? Would you agree with Mutuse? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch this video before we continue. Watch.
Owns Vipingo Beach.
Keith Ikino Rigathi, Kevin Gachagua Rigathi, and the estate of the deceased James Derito Gachagua.
Let me go back to the beginning. You're a lawyer by profession.
Yes, I am.
You know the meaning of ownership of a company.
Yes, I do.
How is ownership of a company manifested?
In shareholding and...
Okay. How many shares does Keith Ikino Rigathi hold? According to your own exhibit. It may be getting hotter, but look at the document, compose yourself, and read. How many shares does Keith Ikino Rigathi hold according to your own document?
They are not indicated.
How many shares does Kevin Gachagua Rigathi hold according to your own exhibit?
They are not indicated.
What is the total number of shares in that company?
10,000.
Who is indicated as owning all those 10,000 shares?
There is a shareholding by the estate of the deceased James Derito Gachagua.
It is the estate of the deceased James Derito Gachagua. True or not true?
They own 10,000 shares.
What is the total number of shareholding?
10,000.
They own all the shares.
They own 10,000 shares.
What is the total number of shares in that company?
10,000.
So they own all the shares. The estate of the late James Derito Gachagua owns all the shares according to your document.
It would appear so.
Is it so or is it not so? From your own document.
On the face of the document, it would appear so.
Do you doubt this document you have given us?
No, I don't doubt it.
Thank you. The deputy president then in defense says, this is a property owned by the estate of my late brother. Is he speaking the truth or not? From your own document. The deputy president says, this is a company owned by the estate of my late brother. Looking at your own document, is the deputy president saying the truth or is he not saying the truth? Remember, you are a lawyer all the time.
The estate of the deceased James Derito Gachagua owns 10,000 shares.
Out of how many shares?
I wouldn't vouch for the truthness of the deputy president's
I'm saying
testimony.
The estate of the late James Derito Gachagua owns 10,000 shares. Out of how many?
10,000.
Mr. Mutuse, you told me you are a lawyer.
Yes.
And let's be lawyers now.
Yes.
When the deputy president therefore says this company is wholly owned by the estate of my deceased brother, is he speaking the truth or not according to your document?
It's either yes or no. We make progress. We move, Honorable Mutuse.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
From this video, we can make a number of conclusions. Number one, that the mover of the motion and the motion are two different things. In communication, the message and the messenger must rhyme. And that is why you see one senator asking him, have you been sent? Are you the owner or you are just somebody's agent? So very clearly, you see, he is not the owner of the message or the motion. For those of you who have studied communication, I know what you know what I mean. Number two is that this impeachment is very, very weak. If you look at the grounds, if you look at everything is being demolished. And again, when you look at the lawyers of Rigathi Gachagua, they have actually prepared for this. And they are prepared to go even to court, looking at what they are doing. And if this is what is going to stand before a court of law, I pity the mover of the motion. I pity the National Assembly. I pity William Samoei Ruto. I pity UDA, because this is something that would be knocked out even in a district magistrate court. The other issue is that when you look at our senators, the way they are behaving is very, very different from our members of parliament. They are questioning, they are sober, they are level-headed. And I've always told you that our senators are very, very different from our members of the National Assembly. Because what we saw in the National Assembly is nothing that looked like a kangaroo court. Again, when you look at this motion, it look like hearsay. Moshene, ile ya salon. Unajua mabibi zetu wakiwa salon, zile hadithi za soga, ulisikia nini, uliona nini, kuko vipi, mtoto wa nani alifanya hivi. These are the kind, they look like soga, hadithi za kupitisha wakati tu, not backed by actual facts. The other thing that comes out of this impeachment motion, that our members of parliament leaves a lot to be desired. We have been taking to parliament members who are not very competent. Not very competent. In fact, if you look at this country is not short of good people. It's not short of competent people. And if you look at these lawyers who are coming here, most of them are extremely competent, save for this one who is moving the motion. But these are the kind of peoples, the kind of lawyers that you are seeing on the Rigathi Gachagua's side, are the kind of leaders who should be in our parliament. But now, when you look at our country, because of corruption, because of money, because of so many things, that is how we end up having this kind of leaders. The other thing is that I think the speaker is a bit fair. I would say he's fair when I look at it. He's giving both sides enough time, even when the whatevers are not working. It is coming out very clearly. The other thing is that William Samoei Ruto may come out with eggs on his face, looking at what has been happening. The deputy looks like a faithful follower, a faithful student, a good student of William Samoei Ruto, because of most of the things that are being said here have also been said by William Samoei Ruto. And again, it also brings into the limelight the issue of power sharing, the way they were to give certain regions certain development projects. And then you ask ourselves, what about the other regions? And this one now brings the issue. The question is, should we continue, ladies and gentlemen, having these party agreements without knowing how the leaders are going to behave? Because when you look at this agreement, clearly it was meant to benefit those who supported Kenya Kwanza only. That is my take, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what you think, but let us wait to see how it is going to end. Otherwise, it is also a night that will be full of drama, and siku njema huonekana asubuhi. Bye bye.